And this
What's he doing?
is to go even further beyond!
What's going on, guys? Logan JYA here, and I'm hyped to bring you live the brand new, most disrespectful Drytron build you can play on Master Duel. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you can only play this one on Master Duel because a lot of the stuff in it is absolutely outlawed in the TCG. So, without further ado, let's get into the list. I'm sure you can already tell what we're going to be doing with it, but stick around to the end of the video so you can see examples of how the combo works. I'll explain it a little bit so you can understand, but again, when I mean that this is an extremely disrespectful build, it literally is adding insult to injury. So, of course, obviously, let's talk about the namesake of this particular build. This is the Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. Well, you guys already know how this card works, right? You equip it with the Union Carrier to whatever you want, and you can lock your opponent out of the extra deck. It's like Scythe locking, but in Master Duel. Since we don't have DPE, this is just the better way of locking the opponent out of the extra deck. Obviously, like I said, you're getting to this board usually when you're full comboing anyway, so you can do it on its own. It's not as effective of a backup plan, though, as if we were going for something like DPE or Dragoon. It's still really strong, though, and again, it plays around things like Dark Ruler and Droplet if the opponent were to have it, so we're still ending on double Orange Light Negate in hand plus a Destruction Sword extra deck lock. So it's pretty cool. It does have real purpose, accessibility. Moving on from there, we got double copies of Eva. You already know we're playing the 2 copies of Eva because RIP in the TCG, my queen. Triple copies of Alpha, triple copies of Gamma. You could cut this down if you wanted to, but obviously we just want it to be as consistent as can be. But you could cut that for Spell and Trap removal or Max C. It's up to you. Triple copies of Zeta, of course, and then double copies of Delta. It's an 11-name lineup in this particular build. Triple copies of Orange Light, you know you got to since we got them 2 Evas. And then triple copies of Diviner, mandatory. Triple copies of Ash to deal with that maximum C. 1 Natasha, triple copies of Ben 10, and 1 copy of Ida 10. Ida 10 is actually important in this build because it helps you facilitate the Buster Lock in subpar hands. You'll see that in the second replay at the end of the video. So again, stick around till the end. We've got the 1 Herald of Ultimatus, of course, which is providing us our negates, and the Draco Nids for the actual backup plan. Triple copies of Cyber Emergency and Nova for consistency. The 1 Drytron Fafnir to grab the Ritual Spell or the Nova. The Medionis Drytron, you only need 1 copy. Anyone playing more than 1 copy is absolutely wrong. And then we've got 2 copies of Called by the Grave, bringing the main deck to a close at an even 40. In the extra deck, we've got our Entis and our Herald of the Arclight. There's only room for 1 Arclight in this build, but seldom will you ever use more than 1. It's honestly excessive to play more than 1, but we do in our old list just cuz. Moving on, we got the 1 Lyrilisk Assembled Nightingale to combo well with our Zeus over here. 2 Moy Beta Fafnirs, mandatory, you play 2. Downard, again, goes with Zeus. And then we've got Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal, for Foolish Burialing our Drytron names or our Eva. More oftentimes than not, it's the Eva. Now, here's where we get interesting, right? Of course, we got our usual Link Karibo, and then we've got 1 copy of Gravity Controller. And what you actually do with this list is that you summon Moy Beta to the extra monster zone. After you detach both of its materials from it, you turn it into Gravity Controller, then you summon a Union Carrier to the zone that Gravity Controller points to, and you equip it with the Buster. And for those of you who don't know what Gravity Controller does, let's read it together. So, obviously, use a non-link monster in the extra monster zone to summon it. That's why you put Moy Beta up there. And this card in the extra monster zone cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster in the main monster zone. At the start of damage step, this card battles a monster in the extra monster zone. You're going to return both that opponent's monster and this card to the deck. So, obviously, it's a good form of spot removal. The whole point is, though, they can't... this is the part that really blows my mind. They can't summon to the extra monster zone when they're under the Buster Lock, so they can't out the Gravity Controller. That's what makes it stupid. That's what makes it so cheeky. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down here? Again, this is one of the most disrespectful Drytron builds that you can actually put together. It absolutely flips the opponent the bird. So this combo is insane. Again, if you want to see how to do it, stick around till the end. We've got the 1 copy of IP Masquerena for tagging out into things like Boral Sword, Unicorn, or our Apollosa, which provide more negates, and the Union Carrier for the combo. Also, you can use Union Carrier to attach things like Eva to search yourself out more negates. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for the deck profile. Let's go get into these combos. Before I do that, I want to say that I have a full Drytron guide on the Master Duel Meta website that I made, thanks to my friend Samuel for being the editor-in-chief in that. So be sure to check that out if you want a written guide to playing Drytron on Master Duel. And don't forget to check out our Twitch stream, Logan JYA on Twitch, link in the description down below. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into these combos slash replays. It's basically just going to be a slaughter, boys. Let's get it.
違くそう四角い空心の隙間埋め